What if the world's most powerful country is already slowly losing its dominance and most people haven't realized it yet? For nearly 80 years, the United States has been the center of global power, militarily, economically, technologically, and politically. But today, China is rising, BRICS is expanding, America is deeply polarized, and the world is becoming increasingly multipolar. So the big question is, how long will the United States remain a superpower? Will America dominate the 21st century like it dominated the 20th? Or are we witnessing the beginning of the end of the American era? To understand America's future, we first need to understand how it became so powerful. After World War II, Europe was devastated. The Soviet Union was exhausted. But the United States emerged richer, stronger, and technologically ahead of everyone else. America built the world's strongest military, the largest economy, the dollar-based global financial system, and alliances like NATO. After the collapse of the Soviet Union in 1991, the U.S. became the world's only true superpower, a unipolar moment. Hollywood, Silicon Valley, Wall Street, the Internet, global trade routes all were heavily influenced or dominated by America. No country in history had projected power globally the way the United States did. Today, however, many experts argue that America is no longer an uncontested superpower. There are several reasons for this. 1. The rise of China. China is the biggest reason. It has the world's second largest economy, massive manufacturing dominance, rapidly advancing military capabilities, and growing influence in around the world. Beijing's Belt and Road Initiative has expanded Chinese influence across dozens of countries. Some analysts now believe the world is transitioning from a unipolar system led by America to a multipolar world shared with China and other powers. 2. Massive debt and economic pressure. Critics argue that endless military spending, foreign wars, have weakened America economically. The U.S. still has the world's strongest economy overall, but maintaining global dominance has become increasingly expensive. 3. Political polarization. The United States today is deeply divided politically. Trust in institutions is declining. Elections are increasingly contested. Social media has intensified polarization. Historically, great powers often weaken internally before declining externally. 4. Endless wars. The wars in Iraq and Afghanistan damaged America's global image and cost trillions of dollars. Many analysts believe these wars overstretched American power. Meanwhile, countries like Russia and China learned to challenge America indirectly. Cyber warfare, information warfare, economic influence, proxy conflicts. The era where America could act uncontested is clearly over. Why the U.S. is still surprisingly powerful. But here's the important part. Predictions about American decline are not new. People predicted it. After Vietnam, during the oil crisis, when Japan rose in the 1980s, after the 2008 financial crash. Yet America remained dominant because the U.S. still has enormous structural advantages. 1. Military dominance. The U.S. military remains unmatched globally. America spends more on defense than the many countries combined, has hundreds of overseas military bases, possesses unmatched naval power, and leads in advanced military technologies. Even China is still far behind America in global force projection capabilities. 2. The dollar still rules the world. The U.S. dollar remains the backbone of global finance. Most international trade, oil transactions, and reserves are still tied to the dollar. This gives America enormous leverage through sanctions, banking systems, and financial institutions. Even countries trying to reduce dependence on the dollar have struggled to replace it completely. 3. Technology and innovation. America still dominates. Artificial intelligence, semiconductors, software, venture capital, and global tech giants. Companies like Apple, Google, Microsoft, Nvidia, Amazon, and OpenAI shape the modern world. 4. Alliances. The United States has strong alliances with Europe, Japan, Pakistan. while China and Russia simply do not have alliances on the same scale. The future, not collapse but multipolarity. The most realistic scenario is probably not American collapse. Instead, the world may be entering a multipolar era. That means the US remains extremely powerful but no longer dominates alone. China will likely continue rising. Regional blocs like BRICS are gaining influence. Even some American strategists now argue the era of total US unipolar dominance is ending, but decline does not necessarily mean fall. So, how long will the USA remain a superpower? The honest answer is probably for decades. The future likely won't belong to one empire alone. It may belong to multiple competing powers.